Hey guys, we're going to be running through today Ethereum, about why a creator, especially in the music space, would want to use this network, what they need to watch out for, and what are the tools that they need to get started on Ethereum. Now, a very quick run through of what Ethereum is. If you want to get really technical on it, I'll leave a link down to the Ethereum Foundation down in the description. But essentially, it is a blockchain that is running like a decentralized internet. Everyone can interact with it. You can build things on top of it called smart contracts that when certain conditions are met, the contract might self-execute. It might do a whole variety of things. One of these smart contracts are NFTs. So you go, if someone sells my NFT on a secondary market, I get a cut of that sale. That is a smart contract. If this, then that. Nice and simple coding kind of language. Now, these are done in a variety of different ways. We have protocols that are built on top of Ethereum. We have things called Dapps, decentralized apps, and a whole host of other things built on top of Ethereum. And Ethereum works as this base layer. Because there's not any one person or organization maintaining, developing all of this, it is decentralized. It requires something called a gas fee to operate on the network. This is payment for the service and is very similar to any other business that you are getting a service from. Some of the positives for using Ethereum is that it was the first one to really get this idea of building other applications on top of it. It has therefore been tested the most. It is the second largest crypto by market capitalization. It has had the most development on it. It has the most money in the space. It has the most things built on top of it. It is essentially the big boy in the space. However, there are other ones that we'll cover in other videos that have tried to improve some of the downsides or some of the challenges that there are in operating with Ethereum. Now, when Ethereum was initially made, it was designed to have a lot fewer people operating on it. And with the complex ecosystem that we currently have on there, it can sometimes cause blockages. And when that happens, people spike the fees so that they can get their transactions completed quicker. So this would be my first downside of using Ethereum. It can be slow and it can be expensive. Not all the time, but it can be. There are upgrades that are coming out even in just next month, March 2023, and the latter half of 2023 as well, that will offer some serious improvements to this. But for now, know that it's pretty much the most expensive one that you can release on. Now, why would you release on here? First of all, it's the most secure one and it's the most decentralized one. That is useful because it makes it essentially more resilient. Second of all, it has the most people on it. So you pay a bit more, but you get to address more people. So that is one of the trade-offs that you would want to consider. Another one is not only will you reach more people because Ethereum has the most users of any of these protocols, but you also have the most websites, projects, and protocols built on top of it. So there are more ways you can interact with your fan base. There are more ways that you can release NFTs, do novel things with them, as well as other protocols that you can then start doing some really interesting things when you combine these. One, which will be a topic for a later video, is combining your NFTs with something called decentralized finance. But this would essentially allow you to get a loan against a track that you've got. Maybe it's worth $10,000, that track, and you would be able to get a loan for $5,000. This is a standard thing in business. But currently, there aren't serious ways in the traditional finance sector for artists to access financial services leveraging their assets. Currently, what happens is you have record labels, they might give you an advance, and then they need to get an album out of it. And this has historically been riddled with a whole host of problems. So that hopefully is a quick run through of Ethereum. It is generally slower and more expensive, but you get to reach more people and there's more things that you can do with it. Now that we've covered that, let's run through some of the big projects on here and give a very brief overview of what they do. So the first one is Sound XYZ, and this has had a lot of support from big artists. And this is your bread and butter, creating a music NFT. I'm uploading it to here. It has a listening party when it launches and it manages the sales for you. There are a variety of different ways you could do these releases, but we have more in-depth videos covering that, links to which will be in the description. Royal.io is another massive player in the space, and this allows artists to sell royalties to their tracks, and again has very, very big backers like the Chainsmokers that you can see there, as well as Nas, who you can see just below here. Now, why this is useful is it allows fans to engage with creators, buy up royalties. Typically, this has only been accessible to very wealthy people because they are expensive, because it's only the largest artists that are able to offer their royalties. Another very big platform in the space is called Audius. This is built on top of Ethereum and Solana. We'll be covering Solana in another video, so make sure you go and check the pros and cons of that network out. This is a decentralized streaming service, so think Spotify meets crypto. One of the massive partnerships that this has had is with TikTok, which obviously everyone knows about and offers some novel things that you can interact with there. Another interesting protocol I want to highlight for you guys is this async market. And this does something really cool, that you can upload a master version of your track, but have essentially different stem files of it where people can mint slightly different variations of it. And therefore, whilst they like the original, they have their own specific variation of it. Obviously, this is not possible with typical downloads, or you'd have to have multiple of them. You can't do this with a CD or whatever, but this makes your artwork so much more interactive and makes it so much more likely that fans are going to engage with you. OpenSea is the largest NFT marketplace by some distance. However, a large amount of this volume is coming from JPEGs, different collections, as you can see on the screen here. They have branched into the space and have an exciting partnership with Warner Music Group. But if you are purely wanting to be discovered for your music, then there is a lot of competition on here that you're going to be dealing with, and not everyone on this platform is looking for music NFTs. Another large player in the space that does offer both JPEG and music NFTs is Nifty Gateway. Same idea, but different flavor to OpenSea. Same with Super Rare. It is more selective, trying to be the fine art of the crypto space, but does offer some music NFTs. Again, same idea, different flavor to OpenSea. Now, if you're wanting to store and interact with NFTs in crypto, you need a crypto wallet. And ideally for Web3, you want a Web3 wallet, something that will integrate with your web browser. This has all your assets in one place, be that NFTs or tokens to buy them. One of the largest Web3 wallets that you can get is MetaMask, and this has over 30 million users worldwide. It is well tested and widely integrated with many protocols. An alternative that you might be interested in is the Trust wallet. This has a really nice app that goes along with it, as well as is very easy to integrate with a whole variety of protocols. If you are looking to upgrade your internet to Web 3.0, then I would personally recommend Brave as your internet browser. It was made by some of the engineers from Firefox. It is quicker and more secure than any of your other internet browsers out there, with a specific focus on privacy. Now, this has a couple nice features. Links to everything will be in the description if you want to read more about it, but there is a reason why I wanted to highlight this one, and that is the crypto integrations. Now, why this is cool is because it is crypto native. You get paid for the adverts that you see pop up between 1 to 5 an hour. You get to pick how many, and you'll get paid for every one that comes up. Now, this is paid in something called BAT, and this is a basic attention token. And just by browsing the internet, you can earn this, because obviously advertisers pay Brave to have their ads shown, and you get a percentage of this income. If you don't want to spend anything, you don't want to mess around with anything at all, this is your first step into crypto. You download a free browser, you use the internet as normal, except it's more secure and it's faster, and you'll get paid in crypto for you to go and mess around with, all for absolutely nothing, just your attention and a little bit of your time. The final point why this is very good is it is crypto native, and it integrates your Web3 wallets all around, something that I personally recommend. In no way are we affiliated or sponsored with them. I've just personally had such a good user experience with them, and it is a crypto-centric browser. If you have found this video useful, then please drop a like and hit the subscribe button when you're there. We have other videos covering the other big networks, as well as the projects that are built on top of them. If you're looking to get into the Web3 space, then you need to make sure you don't miss out on any of those videos, because we'll give you the pros and cons of why you might want to use each network, so you can make more informed decisions that will best suit you, releasing your NFTs, engaging a better community, and ultimately improving the monetization of your valuable artwork. Other videos are popping up on the screen, so make sure you go click on one of them to further your music NFT and Web3 knowledge, and I'll see you in that video.